Marta Pamato. I'm from a small town near Vicenza, 1 hour away from Padua, but I was actually born in Venezuela.
I'm Gilberto Ortioli. Yeah, I stopped drinking right now, so it's one of these meeting where we say all the truth. No, I'm from Emilia-Romagna, and despite my being abroad quite a bit, you still can hear my talking every time.
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a geologist. I was 8 years old when I was in elementary school, and I had the first classes about earthquakes and volcanoes, and I really became passionate about that. At that time, my father was working near Naples, and I asked him to bring me to Mount Vesuvius, and we went there. And that's when I realized I wanted to be a geologist. And I started my studies here in Padua. I wanted to be a geologist, but along the way, my interest changed. I started to be more interested in mineralogy, and then I went to do a master in experimental geosciences, where I started to study the Earth-deep interior. And after 11 years abroad and going deeper into the Earth's interior, then I came back to Italy, and now I'm combining what I learned from experiments, and I study diamonds so that I want to understand the natural processes and link them with the deep Earth interior.
Yeah, I always was very passionate about nature in general, and I wanted to do natural sciences. And actually, I started geology because I wanted to be a paleontologist. Then I remember that the teacher, after the examination of mineralogy, he called me in and said, "Well, I think you're bright. Do you want to work with me?" And then right on the spot, I said, "Yes, only if you send me to the States after that." And that's what happened. I became a mineralogist and went to the States.
So I did my bachelor degree here in Padua, and after a week earning my degree, I moved to Germany, where I started my master in experimental geosciences. I went to Bayreuth, which is a tiny town near Nuremberg, 2 hours from Munich. And I did there also my PhD. And after that, I went straight into the United States, to a small town called Urbana-Champaign, south of Chicago. After a year there, I moved to the UK, to London, to University College London, where I spent 3.5 years. And then I came back to Padua in 2019 after 11 years abroad. I started traveling at an early age because I was born in Venezuela, but my family was Italian. So I spent my childhood between Italy and Venezuela. And so to me, traveling, it was kind of natural. And I wanted always to learn new languages, new cultures. And it was kind of an inspiration. Of course, it wasn't always easy. It was not a linear path. It was kind of a bumpy road, but it helped me, it shaped me, and it opened my mind. I was able to collaborate with many people with different culture, different ways of doing sciences, but I really enjoyed that path.
Right, I went to the States because there was no PhD in Italy at that time. So I wanted to pursue after the degree in Italy. And then I found myself in a completely different environment, from cultural, social, but very challenging. I was much before her, of course, in Illinois, but in Chicago. University of Chicago at that time was one of the best in the world, and certainly one of the best, 3 best in the States. And I found it very challenging, but very inspiring. And I still remember the PhD as one of the best, period in life where you really can control what you can do. After that, you need to work, and it's not. And also another thing is, what is nice is that it is very nice if you challenge very hard stuff right in the beginning, because you have time to do it and the stamina and the energies. After that, right now, for example, I wouldn't be able to challenge very hard stuff because you are, getting old and less energies, and you don't have enough time. Much is taken by bureaucracy and teaching and other things. You really don't have time to spend for really challenging questions. So I did it in the beginning, and I was very lucky to have the opportunity to do that.
I think this is a tricky question to answer, but if we think about our field, earth science, geosciences, I think we've passed the traditional stereotype of a geologist, as if we think it was that of a man going in the field with hiking boots and carrying a backpack. I mean, we are still doing field work, but in geosciences now we have many disciplines. I spend most of my time in the lab, so I'm not doing field work. There certainly still stereotypes which will be hard to overcome, but I think I was fortunate enough in my way to find many professors and mentors, not only male, but many of them were female. And actually, I think this is key for the future. If we can be role models for the students, starting from the beginning, from elementary school, set a model and show them that it's feasible to balance work and life, especially for female, or for those who want to have a family and even become mothers. It's not easy, but it's doable. And I was lucky enough to have my PhD supervisor and my postdoc supervisor. Both were excellent female scientists. They were mothers, and they motivate me, they inspire me, and they show me the way. And they always saw, okay, this is feasible, I can do that. And they set the example for me, and this is what, I want to do in the future. And I think we need to start from the beginning, from a young age, go there, show that this is really a way to go. And from a society point of view, I think we need to work and make it more easy for a female, in the sense that we need to add childcare support, especially if we are scientists, we go to conferences, we need to have childcare there so that we can go to conferences, still keep working as hard as male, okay? Because we lose time when we become mothers. We need childcare support here in the university at a reasonable, affordable, let's say, cost. And we need to have that male get the same time home as female. It's not all maternity leave, but we have an equal share of time spent looking after a child. So, of course, this is not the solution, but this is a way that we can all work together, not only female, but also male, as a team. So create a network and show that this is possible.
Yeah, I think that it is true. It's a very male-oriented society. It was like that in the States when I was there, and it is like that right now here. It has not changed much from the cultural point of view. I was hoping that it would be better, but it's not really going that way. Yes, the differences are there, the challenges are there, as Marta said. Giving birth and changing your life is a personal experience that actually affects your work. I think the real answer is teamwork. If you are alone, that everything is difficult. If you have a team, then even within the group, work can go on. We are not irreplaceable. So I think that if you build a group and you distribute work, that makes life easier for everybody.
Spending many years abroad was really a positive experience for me, because I learned to work with different people from different culture, different working environments, and that shaped me a lot, and it made me open-minded. It helped me build a network of collaborators, and this is something that we need to import. I think when you are open-minded, you are open to work with the people from different culture, different environments, this is a way to go. You need to build a multidisciplinary approach, and this is something that I learned on my way.
Yeah, what I got back is that it's a small world. It's a fascinating world. You need to meet people and see different things and think differently. And this is the problem, that many of the people don't challenge themselves to think differently right now. We see how the world is going because everybody thinks that is the best. But I think traveling smooths your ego a little bit, and that's very positive. Cheers.
Cheers.